it's time to get ready for the show. But if I'm being honest, I'm tired and I'm a little bit intimidated by doing all of these shows this weekend. It's just a lot.
Hey everyone, if you're new to this channel, my name is Brittany. I left my career as a software engineer to pursue theater and to start this YouTube channel. On this channel, I seek out and document the experiences that make me feel most alive and what I'm learning along the way. If you're interested, I'll link a video, I think here, that tells the whole story. So I was recently in a musical, Annie. I wanted to give you a glimpse into what it's like backstage, how I prepare for the show, some clips from the show, thanks Mom, and an honest reflection about what I still struggle with as an actor and what I'm working on. Let's roll the tapes. Getting ready for a show is a ritual that I've come to love. It helps solidify how important all of this is to me. I usually start the day with a green smoothie. I pack in a whole bunch of nutrients and fiber right off the bat so I don't have to worry about checking off all the boxes later on in the day. The recipe changes depending on what I have in the house, but it almost always includes a banana, berries, whatever greens and sprouts I have on hand, matcha, creatine, and coconut water. It tastes pretty good, but not amazing if I'm being honest. But that's not the point. The point of this is fuel. The point of this is the rest of my day. I consider theater an athletic endeavor, and I treat my body accordingly. I find that what I eat, exercising before the show, warming up and cooling down my voice, steaming, sometimes nebulizing, and spending chunks of the day on vocal rest truly impact the quality of my performance and subjectively how I feel while performing. I did a full vocal warm-up at home, but by the time I went on stage for my first scene, hours had passed. So I used my water bottle with a built-in straw to do SOVTs. Then it was showtime.
Now, you all come here for a moment, please.
Quickly, everyone quickly.
Everyone, this is Annie. She'll be with us for the next 2 weeks for Christmas. The swimming pool is to the left. Inside the house? Oh boy! The tennis court is in the rear. I've never seen the racket. Have an instructor here at noon. I'll give that John Buster. I'm very glad to volunteer. We hope you understand. Your wishes are commands. We know you're so
The show had been going really well, I think, but I really got in my head about small mistakes or things that inevitably went wrong. The mistakes pulled me out of the moment and out of the story, and I started thinking about me as a performer who's about to say this line or sing this lyric. And trust me, this is not a good place to be. I want to be able to just jump right back into the next moment without concern about some previous slip-up. Easier said than done, and I'm certainly a work in progress. I heard someone say that acting is a practice, like yoga or meditation. You return and return and return to it to unearth another layer of presence, honesty, and ease. The 5-show weekend is grueling, physically and mentally, and I'm probably cheating because I'm including Thursday's show in this stretch. So much mental energy goes into prep. My parents came in this weekend to see the show, and I was so excited and a little extra nervous. I just wanted it all to go perfectly for them.
NYC, the shadows of sundown, the roads that stray sky. NYC,
The rich and
Warbucks.
Oliver Warbucks. The Oliver Warbucks?
The Oliver Warbucks.
The 2-show day. It was not going as planned. When I woke up that morning, I felt dizzy, like the room had shifted. The feeling went away pretty quickly, but came back again when I was doing my physical warm-up. I overworked my neck and back at the gym earlier in the week. I think I may have injured my neck and caused some issue with the balance sensors in my inner ear. I'm not sure, but it was making me really anxious. I was thinking, what if I get dizzy on stage? I guess I would just sit down. I kept running through the worst case scenarios in my head. There's no understudy, and there were 2 shows that day. And my parents were in town to see the show. They traveled really far to be there. Moments like this make me question whether theater is worth it. There is an undeniable burden you carry when you're doing a show, even if you love performing. At least for me, I feel like I carry it with me everywhere. And it turns into full-on anxiety when I worry my body or voice isn't up to the task. Thankfully, everything went okay. I was honestly so relieved.
He should read the FBI. Then he will have the FBI.
Just take him off the Capone case.
Hooray!
After the matinee, I grabbed some snacks and found the quietest spot in the house, the top of the balcony. After taking a few quiet moments, I ran across the street to meet my parents. It's just the best thing in the world to share something I've worked so hard on, something I care about so much, with my family. It's like it doesn't count yet until they've seen it. The evening show went really well, and I can't tell you how relieved I was.
Caviar. Champagne.
It's Christmas, Christmas every day. We dismiss bad times, sad times. Now they're all yesterday's Cincinnati. Kick down the blues.
After the show, we took a walk along the river and hung out at my dad's hotel. You guys want to head to the river? Oh, you're hamming it up. I was going for realism. He was giving a face. Let's go to the river. In a blink of an eye, it was Sunday Mat, closing, saying goodbye to the show, this role, and these people who I had been spending nearly every day with for a couple months.
Annie, why don't you introduce us to your friends?
Oh, okay, kids. I'd like you to meet Miss Grace Barrow. Hi, kids.
I know the depression's depressing,
The tables are still, the stores are filled.
and windows are minus their dressing.
The children don't grin, the Santas are thin.
And I've heard a terrible rumor, no goodwill, no cheer, but we'll get a new deal for Christmas this year. We haven't got room for any more room. Let's bring every bell running cluster and shine across the land. Those happy days that we were promised are finally here.
It's been a couple of days since we closed, and I've had the opportunity to reflect on the experience. And I'm so grateful that I had the chance to do this show, that I had another opportunity to work at this theater, and that I got to share it with my family. It's a wonderful way to spend my days. For all the ups and downs, and there were several, and all of the stress, it really was so much fun, and I think that we brought people joy, which is the whole point of all of this. All right, friends, that is all from me. Thank you so much for watching this video. And please, please, like, comment, subscribe, interact with this video in any way you see fit. It really, really does help me. If you haven't noticed, I am the tiniest of tiny YouTube channels, and each interaction counts for so much. All right, thanks again, and I'll see you next time.
I'm reaching out, guide me through, show the way.